real thing on ground, which is the coming of Biafra. Today we saw a very massive, rally, a solidarity, to the Prime Minister's office, Benjamin Netanyahu. It was majorly seen to be very.
Okay, let me not waste much of your time and let me not keep you at the edge. What you are about to hear now, because this video I am not permitted to download it, so I am going to play it for you, and let me just give you a hint of what you are about to listen. It is about the kind of a protest going on in Israel at the office of Benjamin Netanyahu. And who are the people protesting? They are not Igbos, they are not Biafrans, they are not Nigerians. In fact, they are not even Americans, but the citizens of Israel. What are they protesting? They have three demands. They said, one, that the government of Nigeria should free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Two, that the government of Nigeria should tell Tinubu to do what? To step aside. And number three, that the government of Nigeria and their counterpart in UK should do what? Should allow Biafrans to go. This is their three requests, and they table it before the Prime Minister of Israel. But you know, the most happiest part of all these things is that the Prime Minister is also, he was in town, and he joined them in the protest, kind of addressing them to tell them that all their three demands will be looked into, and promise them that there will be a swift action to it. That is exactly the point we are trying to make here, and rather what to expect from this message. So go ahead to listen to it, and then after that we are going to dissect the comment sections to know one or two things that our people think concerning the matter, or the praises they are showering to the government of Israel and their Prime Minister for at least taking side with the Biafran government. So please, let us listen to this, and there shall be room for interjection. Don't forget how we used to do it. If there's anywhere for which we supposed to interject, at least to correct some impressions, we are going to do that, just to serve mankind. Okay, so please, let us listen to this message as we move forward.
Large in Tel Aviv, while in Jerusalem, maybe because of some certain security concerns, I will notice that a lot of Knesset Parliament lawmakers, Senate of the Israel, that's what they call it. We are also in another section for Biafra. I want to say kudos to Rachel, Wosu, and kudos to the new DOS leaders in town. I think you notice what happened in the United States of America 2 days ago, where Chris Mogu, the head of DOS, made it very clearly that this very DOS now will be the one to restore Biafra and bring Biafra to the people. And that is the good news there. But before I told you that the 4-4 will make sure nothing is left unturned. Congratulations to the Israeli government. Congratulations to Benjamin Netanyahu. Congratulations to IDF, Israeli Defense Forces,
yes.
And of course the Israeli police who provided enough atmosphere and of course security to enable the Israelis. In Jerusalem, Israelis in Tel Aviv, to witness the largest Israeli Biafran, rally, the largest ever in history to have taken place in
the largest Israeli rally in the history of Israel. It's been taking place because of me and you, brother. In fact, I still want to see people who keep calling us online country. I never see them again. All of them don't disappear. That narrative of, they are online country, online Biafra, online Biafra, that one don't disappear. Nobody is buying that medicine again, so they don't change to another different format. We dey wait for them at the junction, at the T junction.
In Israel, the largest, and Biafra happens to be the first nation to have been allowed to have such an access within the government or within the Israeli geopolitical areas. We're talking about close to less than 15 million in population. But you can see the overwhelming support, coming from the Israeli government. The Israeli IDF, Israeli Defense Force, one of the best defense forces in the world, one of the best military in the whole world.
Mossad.
Their police, their intelligence, everything, they make sure that everything went accordingly. And I want to celebrate the parliament, the Israeli powerful politicians there. You can see in that video, most of them we are speaking in Hebrew, So they did a proper documentary about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu addressed them and made them very clear that the Igbos are Jews. By heritage, it's not something that you can begin to doubt about. That everything that regards to that is already there, and the gathering momentum. And I told you on this platform, the embassy plan is already on ground. I made it, and the plan for the Israeli government to recognize Biafra is already on ground. Legislation is ongoing. Now they are seeing the physical solidarity support, massive support for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what does that tell you? And I want to bring the interpretation of that to you, what it actually means. In this brief analysis, I'm going to be very brief here, not to take off your time, because bigger things are emerging. I want you to keep tuned on this platform for me to be able to be bringing to you to the level of things, how Biafra has become a global reference point today. I must celebrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Forget whoever that is coming up with whatever they are coming over. Nnamdi Kanu has refused to compromise. And anybody that's compromised, I will always say it, this is not 1967. Anybody that dares, you don't know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone through. 28 people were murdered in his house. 28 people were murdered in his house. A lot of people were without any provocation. And if you look at what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was the video the interview he granted to one of the leading Israeli national television there. He made it very clearly, non-violent approach. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never brought anything well. Anybody that is claiming that he's that and that, we are not interested. Our directions and our focus is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had the ball already, and they want to take the ball from him, and he refused. And he will dribble them, and there's no two ways about that. I can tell you that. Then, if it's this, what I'm trying to tell you now, please bear it in mind. You see, this very protest that took place in Jerusalem, in Israel today, is a very serious signal to Ashura that any moment from now, Benjamin Netanyahu is going to take up the matter and is definitely going to announce that Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, and all the people that are involved in that kangaroo judgment against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Benjamin Netanyahu the Israeli government is likely going to order for the immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And let us see whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to say no. If Israeli government comes out and says, no, I want an immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And remember, similar narrative is also being pushed by the US, chapter of the United States of America. They are also pushing the same narrative. So it's a big one. I was celebrating this wake-up call on Asurok now. Benjamin Netanyahu has sent a serious signal. This protest you are seeing today is a serious signal to the Nigerian government that any moment from now, something is going to happen, and it's going to be great. You can see the crowd, you can see the military, you can see the police, you can see the presence of the Israeli parliamentarians in that protest, and it shows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is very clear. We go not to mount pressure. I can see, there's too much confusion in Nigeria now, both in Asura, everywhere there's confusion. Ever since they tried that, head called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria has collapsed. Nigeria has turned upside down. Go and watch. Go and watch what is happening now in Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is tired. The wife, Remi Tinubu, is also tired. You can see all manner of things. Those guys, those people have lost all sense of humanity there. And it is time for justice to come to Nigeria.
It is time for justice to come to Biafra, not justice to come to Nigeria. My brother, you have spoken well. Where you spoil it is justice to come to Nigeria. There is no any justice that is coming to Nigeria. Nigeria as a country is a crime against humanity. I keep saying this anytime I want to talk about this nonsense country called Nigeria. Anyway, that is not a country but just a mere geographical expression, just like what Awolowo said in 1970s or 1960s, if I'm not mistaken. He said Nigeria is never a nation, a country, but a geographical expression. So you can as well agree with me that this country have already been mapped out for destruction. They are going to be destroyed, whether they like it or not. They are going to be destroyed because Nigeria have never been instituted for the so-called Nigerians to survive or to succeed. No, it is being just created as a company to benefit some set of people, some countries, and some families are living large on the expense of poor masses in Nigeria. Some families are collecting huge amount of money in millions and in billions, not in naira but in foreign currency, feeding fat from generations to generation. They never know anything that is called poverty at the expense of poor masses in Nigeria. That's why I told you that Nigeria is a crime against humanity. The only way to save the people, the indigenous, the ancestral indigenous of that country, is by disintegration of that very particular country. And we are very, very happy that the Israeli government, the US government, and every other government are trying to put things in place, at least to make sure that they cajole this witchcraft and wizards that call themselves politicians and cabals in Aso Rock and every other part of that stupid country called Nigeria to do the needful and save people's lives. Because now nobody is talking about hunger again. We're talking about the right to live. That is what we are talking about. Nobody talk, oh, I'm hungry. No. That one is off the hook. Now, we just need right to live as a people. And which the Nigerian government said no. They keep on signing agreements and agreements upon agreements with bandits, terrorists, killers. Anyway, my people, let us just dissect the comment section because we don't have much time to waste. According to IK John, he said, thank you, the global protest. If this is serious, okay, if this is serious, you are at your backyard and saying, if this is serious. What is if? Yusuf Shami Sikam, they don't come. Freedom of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra land is at hand. So fast, God will do it, amen. Yusuf, okay. Obi Obunwafo said, Elohim bless our Israel brethren who stood up for us, the USB government. Thank you for your consideration. Sender Mazi Engineer Jonathan 14@gmail. Appreciate it. Bro John said, amen and amen. Thanks you, Jesus. God is great and powerful. Thanks. God bless all you all. Sebastian Wright said, actions in the right direction. And according to Charles Chinenye Ugwala said, Nigeria, please release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Well, that is the way it is. And I will take a break. And I can hear my voice again. When I come back, please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing because more of these videos we keep on dropping here every now and then. We are here to serve you better, and that we must do because that is a promise and a task we must fulfill on daily basis. So have a nice day, and may your star lead you to where your heart desires. And that is my prayer and wishes for each and every one of us, both now and forevermore. So have a nice day and enjoy the rest of your day. Happy New Week and also happy Tuesday. It shall be well with all of us. Today marks the end of this month of June, and it will mark the end of anything that is disturbing your life, your family, your business, anything that is have stand there as a stumbling block in what you are doing. Anything that when you remember it, you begin to shed tears, my brother. As today marks the end of June, so shall everything about that end in your life from now henceforth, and so shall it be. Okay, Kachineke Mezioku. Oyana, make on enjoy the rest of your day.